What is up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, part number 6, Building London. Glad to have everyone back. I hope you all enjoyed that little speedy build of my city there. It was actually about 2 hours of gameplay, I want to say. Maybe an hour and a half or so, kind of shrunken down for you just to give you an idea of what I've done. And some of you might be happy, some of you might be sad, but me in particular, I think the city was looking great, don't get me wrong, but it was lacking that realism aspect of it, and I will go ahead and I'll kind of show you a little bit of a comparison here in a moment. But thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoy my videos, please drop a like, and let's go ahead and begin. So, part number 6, we're moving along here pretty quickly, in my opinion. You know, cities like this, especially when you're focused on detail, can take quite a while. I'm not usually the most over OCD type of builder. You know, some of them on YouTube are kind of drive you nuts when you watch them. I usually just kind of build my cities freehand. You know, roads don't necessarily have to be perfect. You know, it is what it is. But if you look at London in particular, London is a very, I don't know the best word for it, but it's very, very precise in regards to the road layout and the buildings. Everything is very perfectly lined, and, you know, that's what I'm trying to focus on this city here. To kind of create that realism. And as you can see through my my little time lapse there at the beginning, some of the changes that I'm starting to make, and we've got some buildings coming in here, and hopefully everything will get filled in here shortly. Some of you have actually asked me about the different, you know, styles of buildings in London. In particular, I've never been to London. I can only go off of things that I've seen in the pictures and movies and Google and what have you. A lot of my subscribers do actually live out that way in London. In Europe that have actually been there, so they've kind of shed some light. The word that I have kind of received from them is that these buildings in particular, yes, there are buildings that look like this in London, don't get me wrong, but primarily in the downtown area where we're focusing on, they don't so much look like this building. They look more like the government building here that's, you know, for Simcity in general, the City Hall building. Now, unfortunately, we're not at liberty to kind of, you know, kind of plop these everywhere, so we can only go off of what exactly looks closest, and that's kind of what I did in that time lapse. So we have the liberty of kind of picking through. This is that multi-city plopper, that RCI plopper, I think they call it. And you can kind of go through here, and there's a lot of buildings, especially like the medium density ones like these here, that I tried to add in, and after looking at numerous even Google Street View images of this particular portion of the city, these buildings do exist in London. They look more like a building you might find here in America, but maybe not that one, but some of these more fancy style ones, and the ones that I chose I think fit, you know, fairly well in the city. I got one here. I'm probably going to add in more. I got one here. I think that building goes really well with the kind of the vibe that we got going here. And you know, like I said, I've got some more room here. I'll go ahead and add them in, but overall I'm happy with it. Like I said, some of you might not be, but hey, this is my city and you guys are just coming along for the ride. So I just kind of want to do a couple more things this episode here. The time lapse kind of took up a moderate portion of the video, but this little section of the city is actually coming along very nicely. I had a game running for, like I said, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours while I moved and did all that over there. So this part of the city actually came up fairly well also. So we'll kind of focus on that. I want to check on land value and make sure we're not going to run into any problems with that. Land value is very important when you're trying with these city-specific buildings. I cannot stress it enough. Fortunately, we're actually looking pretty solid with land value. There isn't too many things out here that are going to lower the land value. You know, out here we've got train stations and bus stops and all that, and that's just a negative. So everything out here is a positive, so we should be good with that. So let's go ahead. Let's get started here. For some reason, nothing will build here. I don't know what to do. Like, maybe this is a glitched out spot of the city. I've tried to put buildings in this way. I don't know. It's being a pain, if you will. So anyway, we'll have to look at that. And I don't know. We got some. See, this is what you're going to get if your land value is not where it should be. See how this is not fully high wealth, so you're not going to get a city-specific building. But we're working out that way. We're going to survive. We're going to be okay. So as I did over out this way, I kind of want to do a little bit more of that over here, kind of show you slowly what I'm doing. And this is the RCI multi-plopper, I want to say. It's a very, very, very heavy on your system. So for those of you out there that you don't have the best computer, I don't know if I would recommend it. It lags. Like, I don't know the best way to put it, but it flat out lags. So once you get it open, it's good. So we'll try to work on that. But yeah, like you can see these buildings here, these are great. I'm gonna do my best here. Actually, you know what? Let me throw up a screenshot here of exactly what I'm talking about with these buildings, and this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. And forgive me if I'm talking over it here, but buildings like that, they do exist in London, and I'm just trying to bring you some realism. I mean, every building is not going to look alike in any city, so otherwise, what fun would it be? There wouldn't be games out there like Simcity if every building looked alike. It would be pointless. But anyway, a lot of new subscribers. See that building right there? Look, in my opinion, fits perfectly. Takes a second to kind of build up. Let's put this on medium speed here, but fits in there nice. It looks good. You might be able to do a couple of these. You gotta kind of play with it a little bit, but this is like an odd size. Oh, I think we might have something there. All right, cool. So you can fit them in. I kind of want to leave these just for land value purposes, but maybe we'll take one of them out. We'll let that build up. Don't really want to mess with the land value all that much, because I'm telling you right now, you will get abandons everywhere, and we don't want that. Unless we put, because some of these spots here, like these angled roads, they're going to be very tough to kind of fit any type of zoning. They're usually best left for parks. So maybe we can do that and kind of get rid of the ones on the other side where we can actually fit buildings. I just hate how that, I don't know, we'll have to see. But yeah, like you see, these build in very nicely for rent. All right, so we're going to get some new tenants in there. And hopefully everybody should be happy in this vicinity. But, yeah, I mean, I like these buildings, though, man. I think they're awesome. They've got those little mini garages under there. It's just, I don't know. To me, they're just awesome. What else, man? I've kind of been away for a little bit here. And, like I said, that time-lapse was a few hours of gameplay earlier this week. And I've kind of been saving this portion of it for today, when I actually had a day to myself. I'm going to continue to kind of build on this. Maybe if you guys, depending on the feedback that I get in this, video in particular, I will see if maybe you guys like that time-lapse stuff. I kind of figured, well, I don't know if they like time-lapse or not, but let's do a half and half. So that's kind of what I did. Half the video is a time-lapse. Other half is going to be just a regular, let's play, I guess. The YouTube community, I guess, is trying to get away from the term let's play, I guess, for copyright purposes. But, hey, whatever. That's what we're doing. We're playing. Fenced Fountain Plaza. What? I was going to say, last time I checked, I didn't put any of those in. I'm just trying to build a little park here. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I swear, man, there's no room for anything. But, in these little spots here, I guess you can put a little park benches and, well, a park bench. Oh man, the Tree Anywhere mod I'm using a lot. Kind of can create a little area like this and make it a park. I mean, I like to kind of pick different trees, and if you pick it, I kind of just spam the click, left mouse button, and you'll find different parts that'll, trees will spawn. And ooh, there's one. Come on, there's one. Pretty cool. Let's see, can we fit anything else in here? Maybe like a little playground for the kids. Like you can put maybe that in there. Real simple. Trying to make ends meet. Trying to Try to do as much as you can with what you have. These roads are awesome too. I kind of showed you guys that in the first episode, but they got the bike lanes and everything. This game, I tend to not zoom in that much. I appreciate like how cool it really looks. The other SimCities, everyone wants to come down on this SimCity, but whoa, what's going on here? Now I'm getting a zoning. You see that? Finally, it took me putting in another building for it to finally spawn. Let's see, how are we gonna do this? So let's put, because I don't want there to be too many gaps here. I want to maximize density. But what I was saying is, a lot of people want to bash this game, and let's talk about what this game has done right. I mean, all the other SimCities, when you zoomed in to try to get a street level view, it just looked pathetic, basically, in my opinion. This game, they've kind of corrected that. I don't know. I'm kind of speechless sometimes when I zoom in and I see the realism that they've gone ahead and achieved. And I don't think I zoom in enough. I get a lot of aerial views of my cities, but not so much close-ups. So I'm going to try to get a little bit better at that. Appreciate the finer things in this game as opposed to some of the negatives. And I try to be positive with this game. I really do. And I think a lot of people are overcritical. And I just think that's just people. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, we'll still have a little gap there, but at least we'll get rid of some of that there. I think people are overcritical in general, just about everything in life, but this game, I think, got a bad start out, and I think that's starting to come back. I think the modder community is helping out. A lot of people out there who are have kind of stayed away from the game for a long time, started to kind of come back, so that's cool. And, welcome, basically. A lot of comments, a lot of messages from fellow subscribers saying that they've haven't touched this game or actually just bought the game, and, pretty cool. The game's been out for a few years now, and you're just getting your hands on it. So this is, I think, a good time. If you haven't yet already picked it up, you can download it through Origin, or you can buy it online or whatnot and get the disc mailed to you. It's only maybe $20 or $30. And then the expansion pack Cities of Tomorrow, it's another $20 or $30, but I think it's well spent. There's a lot of replayability in this game. You could start maybe making your own videos. So you guys kind of get the idea of where I'm going with this. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. Next episode, I want to kind of focus a little bit more on the surrounding areas over here. We'll see, like I said, how the response is to this video. Maybe we'll do another time lapse, and we'll kind of fill in everything. You guys get the basis of what I'm doing. I think another thing I wanted to show you is that over here I was able to actually add that third bridge. So from all the screenshots and stuff like that you see of the particular area in London that I'm building, there is 3 bridges in that immediate vicinity. So I was very fortunate to actually get that to go through. So yeah, down here we're kind of just we haven't really done much with land value. That's why you see all those old style buildings. But trust me, people, it's going to be addressed. And same thing with this over here. We'll get some more buildings that are zoned in. There's enough room to zone. They just haven't zoned. And I like this little portion here. I got that park right there on the coastline. So appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thanks so much, everybody, for the support, the comments. Let me know, down below if you have any additional ideas or any suggestions. I try to read all my comments and reply to most of them. Getting real close to 2,000 subscribers. I think today I'm at 1,993, which is outstanding. I can't thank you enough. Just kind of sit back and think of how many people that actually is. It's a lot of people, close to 2,000 people. So let's go a big concert hall. I know in YouTube when I log in, it says, oh, yeah, your amount of subscribers you have can fill a concert hall. Way to go, And I guess it's true. But anyway, thanks so much for tuning in, everyone, and we'll see everyone for the next episode.